Hi, it's Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions, and we had a big week this week. We are in our last week of our key steps to a happier and healthier life. We're finished with this first part of our workbook, Living a Life Worth Living. And we are finishing up the first success group, which is our women's success group. And we are moving into emotional regulation. And I'm really excited. I've got some great topics for us coming up. And so I just want to be able to share with you some kind of mastering of success is really through emotional regulation, interpersonal skills. And we've just built the framework of what success is, and these are the two other components that are going to really be able to allow you to master all avenues of being able to be successful. Emotional regulation, it goes back to when you go back to the barriers or bad brain video. A couple of days ago we did the barriers, what holds us back from success. It's that brain. It's just another organ, but man, does it do a lot of damage instead of good. It is that implicit brain, that reptilian or monkey brain, whatever you want to call it, not being regulated in your emotions will cause it to go haywire and just everything. It's like danger, 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 Will Robinson. It is going off trying to figure out, why are you so stressed out? Have we been here before? Have we been here before? How do I get out of this? I have a good video on the amygdala and going along that long hallway full of doors, but that's what happens when we don't have regulated emotions. Our past is occupying our present, and it is going haywire trying to figure out, how do I survive this? Mindfulness and presence is how you survive. The more that you ground, the more that you challenge. And in the future, we're going to talk about these perceived realities and understanding that gratitude and suffering are on the same spectrum. When we are in a present state, then we're able to see life for what it is. We're able to get valid data points. There's a lot of invalid data points happening this week. A lot of invalid data points. People are prying at your emotions right now this week. It is happening as we are coming down to the very end of the election. They are prying with your emotions. They're trying to make you make an irrational decision based on your heart, based on your thoughts, based on your feelings, not facts and valid data points. And so when we can stay in a present state, look at the information, say, is this a valid data point? Like, how do I know it's a valid data point? Well, you got to find the fact, because the news is lying to you. I don't care who you follow. The news is lying to you. It is very much spun in one way or the other. So if you're getting your data from the news, I highly recommend start to look at various news programs and see where the line is. What is true and what is false? Because what is said on one news program is the exact opposite on the other. So where's the in-between? And what is rational? What is it that you actually believe in? These are the things that are important to find your valid data points, because you will get caught up in your emotion. And we're going to spend 9 weeks talking about it. That's how much we get caught up in it. I've got 9 weeks of programming for you to understand how to find the valid data points, how to understand when it's invalid data points, and how do we find the balance in between. And then we have interpersonal skills. So we're going to spend 9 weeks after that. Coming into the new year, about the end of January, we're going to start on interpersonal skills. And that is making the most out of your relationships. So we saw earlier this week how to master success. And now part of the success dynamics is Networking is really putting yourself out there, and your message becomes the filter. You see life through the lens of your success and your values, and life presents you through the lens of your success and your values. And we're going to see how to maximize that. How do we get that mindset? And then how do we transfer that energy to everybody else? So that is kind of what we're working on this week. And we have 4 pillars of emotional mastery I'm going to leave you with. Things to digest and think about. And that is self-awareness. Start meditating. Start figuring out, what are my thoughts and feelings and what are other people's. I love the circle for this. And we've talked about emotional boundary setting. And this is a perfect place to have it. What is mine and what is everybody else? I nurture and I love and I reward what is mine, what's inside my circle. I ignore because I want extinction, what is outside of my circle. And then we have regulation mastery. So we're really looking at the stress response. As soon as we're stressed, that primitive brain back here says, ah, danger, danger, danger. So what we're trying to do is interpret life to be less stressful. To take a couple of breaths, see what life is for right now, and just act according to life as it serves us. And then social intelligence, this comes back to what we're going to talk about in 9 weeks from now, that interpersonal skills. It's understanding how to read people. And we're going to get into the algorithm of making friends. We've got emotional algorithms. We got a lot of cool stuff that's going to happen in the beginning of the new year. So subscribe and stay tuned. But really understanding the social dynamics of how to influence and not be pushy. How do you sit here and talk about your values and have people come in and buy in on your values? And how do you help and influence them to connect to their values and share that collaborative effort of moving both of your values forward? We've got a lot of great stuff that we're going to be talking about related to that. And then the sense of leadership presence. I do a lot of leadership development. I work and do executive coaching, and I work with leaders because toxic leaders is a toxic work environment, and we are finding in the research that is traumatizing to people. So if you can't keep yourself in check and you're projecting out onto everybody else, you're not an effective leader. And so understanding what your leadership style is, that was last week, work-life balance. So go back to those videos, look at the type of leader you are, is really going to help you to understand how you are maximizing. Remember, leaders and managers are 2 very different people. Anybody can be a leader. It's a mindset. It is a mindset. I don't care what your job is. I don't care what you do. Anybody can be a leader. And leaders are best when they lead from behind and lead up. Managers are managers. They're just passing information down. Look at the working the org chart to learn more about that. So we've got a lot of good stuff. We really covered a lot these last 9 weeks. I can't believe we're already over. It happened so quickly. But that workbook, Key Steps to Live a Happier and Healthier Life, and I wish I had it. We just got home. That workbook is your key to building a framework of success. It will get you through. So bare minimum, do that. Come to our success groups. We got a lot of great success groups happening. We've got a young women's, young professional success group, and we've got kind of a growing up success group for men, trying to move beyond negative relationships and trying to really redefine our sense of self in adulthood. So we've got a lot of great things, and the new part 2 book will be coming out soon, probably by the end of this month. We've got everything done. I'm just waiting. I'm going to tease you. It is all ready to go. It's just, when do I hit play? So subscribe and find out when. I am Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions. Thank you so much. Hi, it's Jennifer Evans. I hope you are liking my videos. If you do, please comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. If there's topics that you're just dying to know about, and why do I do this and why do they do that? I would love to answer them. I do come from a cognitive behavioral background, but as we see in some of my videos, I love object relations. I love attachment theory. I love Erickson and his psychosocial developmental theories. So I do pull from a lot of different places in order to kind of build out that our thoughts, our feelings, our behaviors, something triggers it, and there's always a consequence after it. And that is the beauty of life and why we have a lot more control over our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors than we give ourselves credit for. This is a huge passion of mine, a calling, if you will. And I am here to support you. I've written 2 books, and I've got, the goal is 3 a year. So I've got several that are coming out in different, on different topics. But what we have right now, and you can go click on the Amazon link in the video descriptions below, but we have Saying Goodbye to Bad Brain. This is going to go and teach you everything you need to know about your negative narrative. So if you feel like life is hard and it just feels like you don't understand people or you don't understand why somebody you love keeps making the dumbest mistakes and decisions, what is their problem? They have bad brain. Go read about it. Find some empathy. Find some grace, because that is just them recapitulating their past. And we do it for ourselves and other people do it to us. And so when we know what they're doing, it makes it feel a lot less annoying and a lot more like we have agency over those experiences. So Saying Goodbye to Bad Brain. I also just released, and I'm very excited, is Key Steps to Living a Happier and Healthier Life. This is a workbook that is going to help you define what your values are, what success is for you, and what your vision of success, and it is going to go through everything that stresses us out and makes us live in suffering and despair, allow that bad brain to get involved, and instead of living in the present. So this will go through all the main things: building work-life balance, being able to be good enough, finding radical acceptance, decision making, which who would have thought that that was something, but it really breaks everything down that prevents you from living a happier and healthier life, and then allowing you to challenge those thoughts so that you can. So these are the key skills. So in my practice, I take the ABC model from Albert Ellis, through CBT, and I kind of open it up to this kind of overarching trajectory. And so we have awareness, acceptance, action. So the 3 A's of my treatment support with others, whether that's coaching or in therapy, through my books, and I have success groups as well. So I've got a lot of supports, and I use the same model. And that is, we need to build awareness about kind of why we do the things we do. We accept it. We don't agree, but we accept, okay, this is kind of my trajectory. I can see how it all comes together. I see trending patterns. I see how I act the same way. Actually, I get frustrated, but yet I'm acting the same exact ways because it is predictable, because that's my brain. It's bad brain working. It's a really good book. And so then we have action. And so I teach you lots and lots of ways to understand what the brain is doing and how to counter, how to challenge, counter, and do opposite actions. And so we have lots and lots of ways. The Bad Brain book has tons of ways in which we do that. And then the workbook has ways to start reflecting. We have exercises, activities, and journal prompts. And this book will actually, Key Steps to Living a Happier and Healthier Life, will follow my success group. So it is a 6-month success group. We break it down into 9 weeks. This is part 1, is living a happier and healthier life. Then we're going to have, we also have a part 2 section and a part 3. So you can come in at each of those sections and it will have a continuous flow. Part 2 is our emotional regulation. So we're really looking at the relationship we have with ourselves and how the bad brain comes in and makes us reactionary, and how to calm and be more action oriented. Part 3 is interpersonal skills. How do you relate with others? How do you make yourself available? The key to life is you can't control the outcomes. You got to put all those processes out there. How do you put yourself out in that process to help others and to let others help you? That is section 3. We do have a subscription program, so accountability is everything, and it is in my first part of this workbook. So you can sign up, go to my website, counselingwellnesssolutions.com. It is in the description, and check out all of these great programs that I have set up to help everybody live a happier and healthier life, no matter where your state of change. Thank you so much. Please like and share my videos. I would appreciate it. Thank you.